Hello guys, in this video we will be talking about how to run any large language model in your system locally. For this video I will be using Ollama, and there are a bunch of models that are publicly available, so you can download any models that you like, but for this one I'll be downloading the Llama 3.1 with 8 billion parameters, and the size of this is around 5 GB. So to start, we can go ahead by signing up with Ollama and download it. So once you download it for your appropriate system, for me is a Mac OS, download and install it. So once Ollama is installed, let's go ahead into terminal, and I'll make it bigger so that we can see this clearly. So Ollama serve. If you see this kind of error which says address already in use, your server is up and Ollama is already running in the background, you can take the process. Yeah, so you can see two processes running. So next thing what you have to do is download one of the model that you like. So just go to the models, and for my case I will be downloading the Llama 3.1 with 8 billion parameter, or the latest, which is around 4.9 GB. So the command is very simple: Ollama run Llama 3.1. So I already ran it, so if I do it, probably it's gonna download one more time. So I will go ahead and do Ollama list. As you can see, I already downloaded it twice, and I do have one custom model which is coding assistant, which is nothing more than a Llama model with some system prompt. So if you want to run this model locally, you can do Ollama run and give the name of the model. So I can do this, and give it like few seconds. So your model is up and running, and it's running locally. In my system prompt I specifically mentioned that you are a software engineer, so all the answer will be based on that. I'll quickly show you where that model file is as well. So if I go to this one and check the model file, so I'm using the Llama 3.1 8 billion, and in the system prompt I wrote something like you are a senior software engineer specializing in Python and web development. So all these are the system prompts, and I have some parameters set up as well. Alright, so next thing what we will be doing is create a Python fast server where we can call this model locally, and then create a HTTP endpoint where we can stream the response, so it can be used in any front end. So let's go. Alright guys, so for the second part of the video, where I'll be creating a FastAPI server that can call our locally running Ollama model, I will be using FastAPI because it is one of the best server for streaming response. So I will have a streaming endpoint which will be using HTTP streaming, and the front-end application will be able to call that endpoint and get response. So for this one I will not be typing all the code, but I will be generating it using cursor, and I'm using Claude 4 Sonnet for that. So create a Python FastAPI server that can call my locally running Ollama model. Ollama server. I want to create a API endpoint that can stream the response. Create a VNV env and also install all the required dependencies. So I think that should be good enough for Cursor to understand and generate all the required code. So let's go ahead and start. So I'm just gonna skip this part and move directly where where Cursor generated all the code. So let's move to that section. Alright, so looks like Cursor successfully generated all the code, including the readme file. So let's go through the readme file quickly. In the readme file, it says it is a FastAPI server that provides REST API endpoints for interacting with Ollama models. So we do have all these different endpoints with the course support as well. So simple command to install all your dependencies. So we'll quickly go there. There are 5 different dependencies: FastAPI, UVcorn, Ollama, Pydantic, and Request library. So let's go ahead and run that. Alright, so all these libraries are installed already. So I know my model is already running, so I don't have to do that. I must serve. Cool. So Ollama list, and I can do Ollama run. I'll just run the regular model for now. Let's do the coding assistant. Copy, paste. Starting up. All right. Hi. What is dictionary in Python? Alright, so I just asked a simple question: what is dictionary in Python? And it started generating answer. And just to remind, this is locally running LLM and not connected to internet or not pulling it from any other server. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this server, which says python server.py. Okay, so we do have a server running in 8000 port, and I'll just quickly go through the server.py file to see what it did. Basically created the FastAPI app, added the middleware. There are a few models that are defined, class-based model, and we do have endpoints where /model will give you all the list of models. And there is a chat endpoint, which is not a streaming response but a regular endpoint. And there is chat with history, and then we have chat with stream, which is the one we are more interested in. So what it does is there is a generate function here where it calls the Ollama.chat function with the model and the messages, whatever we type here in the payload. And then once the response comes back, we loop through all the chunks, and if there is a message content, we yield that back as a stream. And FastAPI comes with this streaming response method that you can import and directly use to stream the response back. Alright, so these are all the headers that are required. So one thing I want to do is again ask Cursor to generate a simple chat application, which will be a simple HTML page that will call this /chat/stream method, so that I can demonstrate the chat working properly. So let me go to that and highlight this, and I'll say generate a simple HTML page, simple HTML chat application that can call this endpoint and send response back. So I'll just wait for Cursor to create this simple HTML page. So it's creating all the CSS. Alright, so looks like it finally generated all the content, so I'll just accept it and look for the file, which is this one, and open this. Okay, so alright, so let me minimize this. So looks like it created a pretty nice simple UI. So I'm just gonna go and ask a question. I'll open the network tab as well so that we know what request is going. So I hit send. Okay, error model undefined, not found. Okay, so let's see what kind of model it's trying to call. So model is undefined. So let me go back to my application itself. Model select. Okay, coding assistant is the name of the model. So is there a drop down? Okay. All right, so what I will do is I'll say just use coding assistant as a model and keep it as default. So I just want to make sure that's the right name. Coding assistant. Yeah. All right, so I asked cursor not to have this drop down, but just use coding assistant as a default model, because I do see it's not able to show that in the drop down. Okay, so let's go and then refresh. All right, so there's no drop down, and let's see how it works. So hi. Looks like it's still generating, sorry. So let's wait until it generates the whole file. Okay, so it says it finally generated the whole file, and I'll refresh the page and I'm gonna ask hi. So it says history and not sure why. Okay, so here you go. So it says, what can I help you with today? Do you have specific question about Python web development or this? So what is a list in Python? A very simple question. So you can see a Python is a list, and if you go to the history endpoint, you can see the response getting streamed, and in the payload, it's maintaining our history as well. I believe that's happening in the HTML site, the not on the fast API itself. So this is the one of the example where you can run a fast API server that can stream the response by calling the Ollama model locally, and we do have this model running here as well. So I can ask any question like how to make a cake or anything. So one good thing is, on top of the existing model, you can add your own system prompt and other parameters, and make your kind of model. So thank you for listening and watching. Thank you.